guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining us, just me. I am not Leia, and today we're going to be talking about my New York trip that I went on last weekend. So this video was supposed to be a vlog, but I did not film enough footage, and I felt like it would be a very boring vlog and it would make no sense, and most of the footage was actually from the plane, which would have been really boring. So I'm going to put the footage that I do have over me talking about it and hope for the best. So let's begin. On Thursday, I filmed this clip. Hey guys, it's Leah, and it is Thursday, March 9th, and I am packing to go to New York for the weekend. How exciting! And that was me packing up, getting ready to go. Obviously, I said I would check back in with you later. I kind of didn't, so I got to the airport and I waited. I was early. I waited for my friend Brianna to join me. She was not as early as I was, which is totally fine. We weren't late or anything. And then we got on the plane and flew to Detroit and then on to Ithaca. It was dark outside, so the picture quality wasn't all that great, which was unfortunate, but it's fine. It's fine. So once we got to New York, Chris Bland, whom we were going to visit, picked us up from the airport, and it was so exciting. So we get there and his friend drives us back to Cornell University, which is where he attends college, and we took a tour of the campus. We saw so many cool things, and we ate at this place that is like really popular on Cornell's campus called Nasty's, which doesn't sound very good, but it was alright. I mean, I'm not too into pizza all the time, and we ate pizza, but we went back to his room, and I don't remember what we did, but it was really late, so I assume we just went to bed. I think we might have watched a movie. Me and Brianna did, because Chris fell asleep really early. And then the next day, we went to a Korean place for lunch, except it was the first meal of the day, so it was kind of breakfast for us. But it was pretty good. It tasted good. I wasn't ready for it that early in the morning. It had snowed that night and we had to walk all the way back. It was so far and it was so cold. We stopped and bought some coffee because breakfast time, except it was noon. And then I bought some Girl Scout cookies because I saw them. Did you know they're $4 a box now? The price keeps going up. They were only $3.50 when I was selling them. Dang, inflation. Then we went, on the way back, I think we stopped at the Cornell store. I got a mug, which is so cute. I got this hat, and it's so cute, and I love it. We walked back to his dorm, and then we had to go catch a bus that took us to the mall, and because Chris needed to go to Target to get an air mattress because he didn't have one, and he was sleeping on the floor, and it was very uncomfortable. So we went to Target, and we also shopped around a little bit, and I got to pet the cute kitties in this one little store, and it was so much fun. And then after Target and the mall and whatever, we took the bus back to Cornell, and we had to get ready to go to a frat dinner. And the dinner was like a special weekend for the fraternity. So it had all sorts of rules that I didn't understand, but that I had to do. And so I went, and Chris was like serving the food, so he wasn't even like sitting with us, and it was like weird because all these boys and men we didn't know were like around and sitting with us, and they were like, "Hey, how's it going? What's up? What's your names?" And we were like, "Hello." And it was just a little uncomfy, but we got through it, and the dinner was delicious. They had steak and potatoes. The potatoes were so good. And then they played this drinking game where they poured beer through the potato and drank the beer through the potato. It was really gross. But apparently like a pledge won, and that was a big deal. I gave. After that, Chris had to stay and like clean the dishes and stuff in the kitchen and clean up after dinner, and like everybody else was like getting ready for a party and like started drinking and playing beer pong and setting up this huge base 21 game. Yep, it was huge. We ended up leaving like pretty soon after that. As soon as the dishes were done, we left, and we went back to Chris's room and watched movies and had a good time together. Oh, we also met Chris's boyfriend named Perry. He is so cute. The next day we woke up and Perry took us to the Commons in Ithaca, which is like their downtown area, and we went to this delicious waffle place called Waffle Frolic. If you are ever in Ithaca, I vote yes that you go there because they put eggs and bacon on top of my waffle. It was just so freaking good. And it wasn't too pricey as far as I remember. Or maybe it was, I don't really know. And then after Waffle Frolic, we went and walked around and went shopping. We went to Urban Outfitters and a couple of other places. Everything was so expensive because it was New York and it's, I guess, expensive. And I didn't buy anything because it was also expensive. Then we had to go back to Chris's dorm, and we weren't allowed to go to the dinner this night because it was like a special alumni weekend. So we didn't get to go to the dinner, but me and Brianna just like hung out and like waited in his dorm. And so we had to go get dinner at Nasty's again, and we went, and this is a funny story. So we went to Nasty's and ordered like a cheeseburger. I also ordered some mozzarella sticks, and I think that's all we ordered. 2 cheeseburgers and a mozzarella stick. We were waiting. It was kind of busy, and we were like, we don't even belong here. We don't even go here. And it was so funny. And then, so the lady that was calling out food as it was done said, well, we thought she said Brianna, so Brianna went up and got the food and came back and sat down and was just like waiting because we were going to take the food back to Chris's dorm to eat because we didn't want to be in public any longer than we needed to. So we were waiting again, and then all of a sudden this girl went up to the counter and we heard her say, excuse me, where's my sandwich? And they were like, what's your name? And she said, Joanna. And we were like, oh, okay. Maybe she just misheard. Yeah. So Brianna looked at the ticket and it said Joanna, not Brianna. So she felt so bad. She got up and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I took your sandwich. I thought they said Brianna, which is my name, and they didn't. I'm really sorry. And tried to give it back to her, but she was like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. So she like didn't take it. And then so we were waiting. And then Joanna, the girl, got another sandwich like for her. And then Brianna's sandwich got called, so I went up and got that one. And then my sandwich and my mozzarella sticks were called, so I got those too. And so then we had 3 sandwiches and mozzarella sticks. Brianna and I didn't want the other sandwich, and she was like, Leah, what do I do? I was like, just throw it away. And so we ended up throwing it away, but she felt so bad, and it was so funny. So then, after we ate, we started listening to some music and getting ready to go to where Chris wanted us to go after that, which was a party at his frat house. So we started getting ready for the party. He said he would be back at like 8:10, so we were like, alright, let's be ready around that time. So we started getting ready, doing our makeup, redoing our makeup, whatever, getting dressed in like cute clothes. And then around 8:20, I was like, where's Chris? And so we started like Snapchatting him, like, excuse me, are you on your way or what? And he was like,
yeah, I'm sorry, the dinner is taking a lot longer than I expected. I'll be there as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I'm on my way. I'll be driven over, so it won't take me long once it's over. And
we were like, alright, we just thought you forgot about us. He was like,
no, of course not, of course not.
We waited a long time after that, and finally he came and got us. We went to the party. We kind of walked around a little bit. Chris kept getting pulled away by people that he knew and that knew him, and we were just kind of left standing awkwardly. And then we went and sat with these group of people that were playing like this game that I just could not understand. So another funny part was that as soon as me and Brianna walked in, they were like, what's your friend's names? And they were like, oh, this is Brianna and Leia. And they were like, Brianna and Christy. And we were like, Christy? And they were like, oh, are you sure her name is not Christy? You look exactly like this girl we know named Christy. And I was like, nope, I'm not Christy. And they were like, are you sure? I was like, yep, pretty sure. So then for the rest of the night, they all called me not Christy, and several of them came up to me, like, as the night wore on, and was like, alright, I know you're not Christy, but, like, what's your real name? I forgot. And I would have to tell them, my name is Leah, not Christy, not Leia, Leah. And it was just the funniest thing. So then we were, like, walking around, trying to feel comfortable. We weren't drinking because it's illegal. Also, Brianna was getting surgery, it was getting surgery the Wednesday we got back. She's doing well, by the way. And then we were invited to play beer pong, but they had run out of beer and they had run out of all the other alcohol. So they were just playing it with water, so I figured it would be fine. However, the water was really gross because the cups were reused, so I didn't even drink it anyway. But me and Brianna were playing like water pong, beer pong, and we almost won. We like got all their cups except one, and they had like 5 left on our side, and we were so excited. We thought we were gonna win, but we could not get that other cup, and they ended up beating us after we were so freaking close, and it was so unfortunate. But Chris and this girl named Ace, they were hanging out, and they like left in the middle of the game, and Chris didn't even see us win, so we were like kind of, dang. But it was fine, and then we didn't know where he was. Like, we walked around the whole house, or at least the part that we had been to before, trying to find him, and we couldn't. And then we texted him and was like, hello, where are you? And he was like, oh, I'm upstairs, I'll be down in a minute. And we were like, okay. So we waited for like a long time, and then like a long time. Like, we had moved locations several times because we were waiting so long. And then he finally came down and like took us upstairs with him, and it was like, I'm sorry it's taking so long up there. I didn't think it would take that long. We were like, okay. Like, we didn't know what he was doing, so we went up there, and they were just like sitting in a circle, like in this bedroom or something, just like talking. And then there were like alums and like pledges and actives, I don't know what they're all called, and they were just talking, and we were just kind of up there like, alright. And then we left. Finally, it took a long time. This guy was being really weird to Chris. But anyway, then we left. Somebody came and picked us up, so we didn't have to walk through the freezing cold. And went back to Chris's dorm. We had some orange juice and some other things, and like watched movies and just went on with life. We watched a comedian, I think, actually, now that I think about it. Well, we watched a comedian, and it was really funny, and then we all went to bed. And it was nice. Then the next day, it was when the time change happened, and we like sprang forward. So we lost an hour of sleep, didn't go to bed till really, really late, because we didn't get back till like 2 in the morning. Didn't go to bed till like 3, and then we had to catch a plane at 11. It was delayed a little bit, but then I made it back home on Sunday afternoon, and I had a pretty decent day. Then I bought this beautiful camera that came in the other day, and here we are. Here we are. And I'm in spring break, and it's just wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and if it wasn't boring, leave a comment down below if you've had a similar experience at an awkward frat party, or if you've been to New York and how fun it was, and if I should go back. It was very cold, so I'm considering not. Stay tuned for the video that's coming later this week. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, or on the screen. It will be my face around maybe this area. I'm not sure. But make sure you hit that button so you can join my family, and make sure you hit the bell also to get notifications for whenever I post a video so that you don't miss it. I think that's all I have for you. So thank you for watching. Again, that's it. I will see you next time.